Well, here we look as if we are seeing continuation pattern here with the gold, and this is one that the Barrick gold we did pretty well with, and I think it makes sense to try to get repositioned here because I do think we're starting to see GLD improve, and I do think you're seeing a potential continuation pattern. This could be really as we start to see this kind of transform. Let's just start to do the analysis here, and you can kind of see what I mean here. We're going to do an impulse move off the lows, and I think it makes perfect sense based upon what we're seeing. And this is the 3. You'll see 4. This is the 4, and what we're going to do is just mark this out as decompose as a triangle. And you could see what I mean there, that we're starting to see this kind of really form into a 5-wave move, and I think right from here we're starting to really see this kind of come together a little bit. Um, I do think we could probably see this come into, I would say the 14.5 would be my initial target because you could see the retracement. We could see it going as 15.5, and that's another possibility. You can also see the resistance right at this prior range. This is when we took our initial profits. You could see the 13 and 3/8 really was the prior high. We saw that come in to play at the range, and we saw that starting to pull back. But in reality, we've been seeing prices kind of run sideways, very indicative of a triangle pattern or a continuation pattern. We didn't see a new low here, and if anything, we're just seeing saw divergence and an improvement here. So this could really start to translate into a 5-wave move, and this could be a culmination of a 1 wave as it starts to go into the 2, and then for a longer 3 wave if it really is turning the corner here. But again, that's a longer, obviously longer chart and time frame. But it's done pretty well, so I think we could probably put a stop just short of this 12 range because it's the support, in my opinion. And we could see if this continues to drive up. I'm going to get positioned in this one more time. It's done really well for us in the first impulse. I think there's still some room left. As you could see, we never really saw a low there, and this is really kind of just stayed in this kind of triangle formation here. Maybe it gives us a little throwback into here, and we can buy it on the dip. So don't be crazy anxious. Just see how it starts to play out. But overall, I do think that we could see that happen. Now, we're going to also forecast a 5-wave here, which this is what I really love about this program. I've talked about this, that you can project your potential 5-wave based upon the norms that it has. And it gives you an approximate based upon that, especially based upon your 3 waves. So now we can also do is we could say show us the we could say show the lines here. Um, okay, preferences, show lines, and we could see the initial moves that it has. And here you could see it comes into this into 61%. That's normally where we're anticipating the move to go to. It can go to 14, but that's still a nice move. A point move from here, still a nice move. So you got to have it. You got to keep a perspective on things when you start to look at these things, of what your target is and what's realistic as opposed to what you want. Everybody wants more, but that doesn't mean you'll get it. So the thing is that you got to exit these where you're going to start to see a top. Just like we knew that here was a prior high here, it made sense to take the profit here, and fortunately, it was the right time, and we see this continue. So you take your shots in that regard. That's why when we see this come back up, our target should be around this 50% or just a little bit above it, because we know at the 130, the one 3.8 expansion from the initial move, that will be resistance too. So you have the 61% retracement there, or expansion, and you have this other ratio expansion. So very likely that would be an area where we would see resistance. So that would be our target. So that's how we're playing it. We're going to get long this position.